So, hi everyone, and we have David Creti, who just won the last regional.
Yeah, so basically finished second after 7 rounds of Swiss and first overall after top 8. So here's my deck profile, Qliphort Demise. So one Scout, one Monolith. I was debating playing two, but I didn't like it because it clogged since you can't normal summon it, and under Demise it's not really good to have too many Qliphort Monoliths. Three Helix, it's scale 9, pops back row, it's really good. 2 Carrier. I didn't want to play like 3 just because I don't want to play too many monsters. The monsters aren't very good in this deck other than Scout. 2 Stealth, OP card. 1 Shell for damage, and because it's a scale 9. So 10 monsters in total. For the spells, 3 Demise, best card in the game. 3 Pot of Duality to search cards of Demise. 1 Upstart, add consistency. 2 Summoner's Art, since I only have 2 targets. 1 Sacrifice, 1 Laser Clip. The Monarch Engine, so 3 Pantheism, 3 Tenacity, 1 Stormforth, and 1 Prime Monarch.
Alright.
A lot of people that played this deck weren't playing the Monarch Engine. I don't understand why. It allows me to side Twin Twisters, which like I can discard Pantheism for free with Twin Twisters. I draw more cards. I can recycle things with Prime Monarch. Just has a lot of uses. And Stormforth is obviously a really OP spell this format. As for the traps, I play 12. So Skill Drain, Emptiness, 2 lose 1 turn, 2 Drowning, really good card this format. A lot of people don't expect it and has a lot of synergy with Soul Transition, since I contribute my monster, draw cards, get their effect, and then I have no monsters, so I can Drowning Mirror Force when they attack. So 2 Soul Transitions, 1 Recreate. This card is really OP as well. I had a game against Perform a Pal where the guy Pendulum summoned Kirin and Apex Avian, and like even though he got their effects, like both of them got banished after they since they were supposed to leave the field to go to hand. So this card's just really, really good. Did a lot of work for the tournament. And 1 Strike, 1 Warning. I don't really know how I feel about these cards. They did well, I guess, but it also like risks my life points, since 2,000 and 1,500 life points are pretty expensive considering I'm playing
So,
Qliphort.
why don't you play, instead of warning, why don't you play like 2 strikes instead?
Just because warnings are just generally a better card in my opinion. Negating summons is really good. I've had it happen where I've negated Macrocosmos. Negating Draco Face Off is really strong, and in case people side Denko Sekka, it's the only thing that stops it.
see.
So like I have to play this card pretty much.
Cool.
So that's it for the main deck. My extra deck is pretty troll. I just told David Marcotte to put 15 random cards, so I'm literally just playing random ass cards. I never went into my extra deck. I could have put cards that mattered, but I didn't really care. The deck's really OP. I didn't really need it. There wasn't really an opportunity where I could have overlaid anyway. Besides, I don't really want my monsters in the graveyard because I can't really get them out of there. For the side deck, 1 Majesty's Fiend. Really didn't like this card. Every single time I sided it, I Cards of Demise, drew it, and had no way of summoning it, so I discarded it. I really did not like this. Wouldn't play this again. 2 Twin Twister, really good. My only back row removal, I don't play MSTs or anything else. Might consider putting this to 3, but I'm not 100% sure yet. 2 System Down for Cosmo, did a lot of work. Second Stormforth for Cosmo again. Regeki for basically
Worldwide.
Perform a Pal and Rogue. Spell Shattering Arrow for Pendulum decks, or pretty much anything that has a lot of face-up spells, but mostly Pendulum decks. This is my own little tech, Sealing Ceremony of Mokutan. So you tribute an Earth monster and banish up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard. So I usually set it against Monarchs or pretty much any grave-focused deck, because I contribute my Qliphorts, get their effects, and then banish 2 from their grave, so chaining to their effects. And a lot of people don't expect that card anyway. 1 Climate Change. I don't know how I feel about this either. Like, I thought it would be good, but a lot of times I didn't really care for this card. Like, if they popped Scout or my Qliphorts, I didn't really care that much. It was either I was already going to lose, or like it didn't really matter if I brought them back to my hand because I was already going to win. So I didn't really like this card too much, so I'm not too sure yet. Chain Disappearance for Monarchs and for BA. This did a lot of work. I played Burning Abyss in the finals, and I actually let a tour guide pass and banished all 3 of his Skarms, and then the turn after he made a Dante, and I banished his Dante, and it basically won me the game. Two Magic Deflector to stop Twin Twisters, to stop Monarch Field, to stop Cosmo Field. Just does a lot of work and is really good against the Monarch matchup. And one Clipper launch for Monarchs and sometimes Rogue. Honestly, I didn't use it in the tournament, but it's pretty good against Monarchs because if I can tribute summon a Qli and activate this, they're unaffected by Stormforth, so I can at least like stall for one extra turn.
So what do you suggest instead of Majesty's Fiend?
I'm
Since you don't
actually
like it.
thinking instead of Majesty's Fiend and Climate Change, I'm actually probably gonna play. If I had to change anything, sorry, not this. If I had to change these two, I'd actually put Full House instead of these two, just because I didn't actually expect there to be a lot of cards of Demise decks. Generally, I have a good matchup against them in the first place, but if they side a lot of hate against me, I don't really have very much hate against back row heavy decks, especially if they have Mask of Restricts, since I only have 2 Twin Twister. So I was thinking 2 Full House and maybe also take out Regeki for another MST. That's pretty much the only things I would really change in the side deck.
Nice.
So yeah, that's about it.